Hello, Leo. Welcome to the Tachyon Mind. I am Brandy. We are going to get into June for you. So, welcome in and give me a minute to shuffle the cards and we'll get into the energy, figure out what we got going on for you in June. Okay. I feel like there will be a shift from sort of this internal or this private energy to a very public energy, whether you want it or not. Your light is shining here. That's what I'm feeling overall, so we'll see what happens in the energy. You are number one, so you're crowned my kings and queens. Thank you so much for your love and support, Leo. So you'll definitely be, or you have secured your spot in the rotation here. You definitely will be getting readings first every month. Mm. Okay, so what do I see for you? So again, like I said, very private to very public energy here. Interesting. Um, let's break this down. So we have a new moon, super new moon. I got Uranus crowning this energy here for you. All right, and that's going to hit you in the 11th house here. So super new moon in the 11th house. Um, I feel like there is definitely a release of an old way of existing, an old future here, and I feel like it's definitely going to move into something more aligned, okay? Purpose realignment. So thank you for your patience as I move through the energy because I'm having trying to let it go in its own pace. Okay, so I feel like where you have had a way of thinking that has sort of been a shared resource, or you've released something that's sort of been this shared energy, right? It maybe wasn't the best energy here. Maybe you felt almost like um unfairly given this energy. This kind of moves into some of that collective energy that I was getting, but you've led a righteous life or you've led the best that you could in the energy. And I feel like um some of your hopes and dreams didn't come to fruition as you've proceeded forward. And that's been really hard for you. You felt like in a funk, or you felt like the energy just wasn't doing what you was putting in. You weren't getting back what you were putting in. I'm going to tell you it's because you were doing a lot of work behind the scenes here, okay? There's been a lot going on in the energy for you. And that's why it's felt a lot of internal. And so that's why it's felt like the external energies haven't been flowing forward. But I do see it moving forward with the Wheel of Fortune here. There's certain partnership here where you've had to make a decision to release, move forward, to let it go, lay the past to rest. And for some of you, it's just like releasing the past, right? You've let go of something because you did everything you could, Leo. And I feel like you worked very hard in trying to make something work and it just didn't work. And some of you might actually feel pretty hurt by a separation and something here. But it's part of this metamorphosis. It's part of this sort of becoming the new and authentic you. And while that's difficult to say, especially if this was a significant marriage or partnership here or a parent, anything, that's tough to say. Okay. But there's been a loss here. All right. And it's changed your hopes, your dreams, your desires. It's changed like who you want to partner with, how you view partnership, right? It's changed the energy flow, and you're seeing like that sometimes cause and effect can flow a little differently than you originally had thought, right? It could be coming from an unseen place, right? Something under the surface. I feel like you are setting new intentions, new hopes, new aspirations here, maybe new networking, even like new groups of people that you're dealing with, right? That are have this intuitive understanding or this understanding of like what it is that you're trying to do here. Building some sort of a community or creating partnerships based upon that community focus here. Definitely seeing that. Okay. You're manifesting more long-term goals that sort of changed as you've stepped into your authenticity, which has transmuted and changed recently. I felt like you might be having like focuses on like social gatherings, dealing with different people that maybe you haven't dealt with before, and just really becoming more public where you maybe have not been so public previously, energetically speaking, right? You've stayed more in like the hidden energy. You've been doing more internalized work here. There's a change that everybody can see for you, Leo. You might find that you're collaborating with people who you've already sort of went through a situation and you kind of know how to help them with that, and you're offering your love and your support as someone moves through something that is familiar to you. You're offering your wisdom here when it comes to like something worthwise, and you're giving someone the wheel of fortune here or to proceed forward. I feel like you're feeling very connected to a specific friend or community here as you proceed forward. I feel like your reputation is you're exploding, Leo. I feel like you're getting a lot of public recognition, and I don't feel like it's something that you want. I just feel like it's happening. Um, what goes up must go down. What goes down must go up. And I felt like you've spent a period of time like off the radar, and it's like you're gonna explode. People are going to seek you out. They're going to be enamored with your energy. There's a Venus energy here that people can't resist. They want to be in your energy. They want to know your wisdom. They want to know how you overcome some sort of an obstacle here. And I feel like your professional reputation, um, might be, like, exploding or expanding, or more people are seeing you. There's a visibility here, because I feel like for some of you, you was open about something that happened where there was a loss, and that the act of loving, even in a loss, isn't the wrong thing, okay? You need to acknowledge the presence of love in that energy of action. I feel like you've overcome some personal insecurities and what you view as value and success here. I'm definitely seeing that. Okay. Value and success is definitely there's an expansive energy here because you have worked on some sort of like sense of worth, loving yourself, and only accepting people in your energy that see that worth and value and respect you as you respect others. I feel like you're building a network or you're building some sort of like common cause that people are getting on board with here. I feel like you've healed from something, right? You've gained some wisdom from some sort of an experience here that has to do with worth. And I think that people are seeking that. It's like this energy. Like I'm feeling Chiron and Taurus, and there's like a magi energy here where you are offering your assistance where you've already experienced and dealt with something. Okay, Leo. I felt the need to check my microphone. So some of you might be being very cautious about how you articulate something, how you speak something. So I think that you've healed some sort of feelings of inadequacy, maybe like within what you're projecting to the world. You've worked through some insecurities, maybe you've worked through some public image things or some very public things, or you've gained some sort of success with the Wheel of Fortune here. And I feel like, people are seeking your advice, they're seeking you out, you're sought after right now. And I feel like you really defined your sense of worth, okay, and what you value and what is important to you rather than anyone else telling you externally you don't give a shit about that, Leo. This is coming from a place of inside. This is the inside change, right? And I feel like it's definitely noticeable. It's very beautiful energy. You're in your power, you're in your strength and your energy. I feel like with this full moon energy coming up, I feel like you're really paying attention and detaching from certain sort of routines and things like that that might be overly emotional or that might be unmanageable as you are providing humanitarianism or sense of service your day to day. I feel like your goals are shifting from day to day, which then changes the intuition or changes the energy in general. But I feel like there's going to be shifts and changes, especially with Uranus here. It's a different expression of Saturn, right? It's rejecting the old structured way and doing an outside of the box way here. And that's what you're doing with this energy. So you're changing up how you do things day to day. And it's not going to be understandable by some people. Like it's not the straightforward thing, right? You're very led intuitively and instinctually like what needs to be rejected energetically as you proceed forward. You're following your instinct and your intuition and you're moving forward. But I feel like there's been some shifts in some work environments and maybe what you do day to day. I feel like maybe you've rejected something and you're really trying to do something in a different way, a different form that you hadn't previously thought of. Okay, your responsibilities are really up for evaluation on what it is that you're truly responsible for and what's being offloaded onto you. Okay. But I feel like you're releasing some sort of like structure that is not your structure. You're doing it your way. And I feel like, you've released habits that doesn't serve your physical well-being. And I feel like you're prioritizing your physical well-being here and you're willing to detach from anything that affects your health because your health has been affected. Now, for some of you, this is some of that DNA repair that I was getting in the collective reading. That won't resonate with all of you, though. I don't know. I think that some of you feel this demand on your energy, and maybe you have really struggled to maintain some sort of work structure or flow of something here or just day to day. And it's like you're breaking free from that. You're breaking free and you're not being stuck in habits that um are unhealthy for you, that doesn't serve you, doesn't serve your health, right? Or the common cause or your future. I just feel like your future is changing. So what we title you as might be changing because as your aspirations change, as does the roles that you take on, right? And the roles that you take on, I feel like are more in alignment with who you are. Okay. You're on this journey and it's like you're really looking at what it is that you do and really owning that worth. And I feel like some people's tried to like steal your time, effort, and energy. You've been around some false people, right? Those people are stuck. And these might be some of the people that you're helping, but it's like I heard the song Welcome to My House. Um, so it's like you're owning your inner world and it's like you've really worked hard to proceed forward here in that energy. And um you're you are no longer in this energy of like being a slave to some sort of structure. You're breaking out of the cube of Saturn, or you're breaking out of Saturn's constriction, and you're becoming liberated as you proceed forward. And it is like really fast energy. It's a very expansive energy. Like I said, you guys are going to expand, and I don't think that that's necessarily what you're wanting, but people are going to be interested in what you're doing. I feel like you're really stepping into this energy of like the future you, and you've severed the past, and you're in this energy of sort of like ups and downs and this change. Okay. It's good change though. It's very good change. And I feel like you are growing as a person. You're stepping into your authenticity. Okay. You got that energy of your beautiful light within, Leo. And I feel like you're feeling inspired action to like express that light, express love, express happiness and optimism. And I feel like you're not trying to be the main character, but you kind of are the main character just because no one else can match this beautiful light that you're emitting from your heart, okay? It's huge, it's charismatic, it's confident, it's beautiful. And you're trusting creator, you're trusting God as you proceed forward. You're attracting opportunities to you like crazy. Like people just want to be in your energy. They want to partner with you so bad. And it's like this is moving so quickly that it's like who like you've become and embodied like this future energy, and you're going to be surrounded by some sort of community here that really really is in alignment with like who you are and like the same common cause here. Beautiful. I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of changes from the day to day for you, and I feel like, there will be community focus here, but also some personal aspiration changes for you, Leo. And I just feel like there's like this newness about the energy, this new beginning, this new you. You feel like you again, but like a new authentic version of you. It's quite interesting. Look at that, the quantum leap. So, like the wheel of fortune, like I feel like things are going to start to roll in your favor here. There's going to be like this expansion of that energy, this completion of the old, and this movement into this new, and it's like evolutionary, right? Like there'll be social evolution here, there'll be like aspirations in future evolution. Like I just feel like you're very evolutionary in the energy, very expansion and expansive and moving forward. And like I just feel like there's going to be a lot of happiness. A lot of people are going to be pulled to you and enamored by your energy, and you got a magnetism about you right now, Leo, very much a magnetism. And I feel like you are exuberating stability, right? Like, and the alchemy energy, right? You're very much feeling that fire and air, and it's bringing in this tangible energy for you. For some of you, maybe you are. teaching something here that's possible. You're teaching something, and you may have some students around you. So you might find that you're teaching some people how to create a foundation or ground in the energy. Okay. People are learning from your wisdom, your experience, where you've had your feet on the ground and you've literally experienced something. But I love it. I mean, what else could you really ask for here? Um, really love this energy for you. I do feel like you may see, I told you you can't make this up. I do feel like accomplishment and achievement, and there's something going on with the day to day that's changing. I feel like this is that um full moon energy. Okay, full moon energy here all day, correcting something by rejecting an old structure, and there's like a newness where you're like really focused on your health and aspirations of the future. And that's what I got for you, Leo. So until next time, stay in your tachyon mind. Peace. Love you.